Welcome to Cymbals and Cynicism, a podcast where we talk about all of the things I love, some of the things I hate, and this wacky adventure that we call life. We're coming to you today on video with my friend and son, Harrison. Harrison, how you doing today, buddy?
I am doing great. Ready to talk about some drum corps.
We are going to talk about drum corps today. We're at a point in the season. It's July 1st.
It is.
It's a very exciting time. Most of the corps have premiered their show.
Yep.
Almost all the corps have told us what their show is.
Yes.
And we are ready to get down to the nitty gritty. You ready to talk?
I am.
We're going to start in last year's finals order.
Okay.
Boston Area Crusaders. Their show is called Blurred Lines.
Yep.
And we do have a show reveal.
Yes.
We have a uniform reveal. We've heard some snippets standing still. We don't know anything else about the show.
True.
What are your thoughts?
I think it's a cool show concept. I sent you the picture of the uniforms last night when they revealed their show, and then the uniform shortly after.
The uniform is
cool.
Awesome. Super cool.
It's really cool. It looks like it's going to be really effective. It's what a couple of corps have gone with this year, where one side is kind of dark and the other side is kind of light, and it kind of fades, and that's going to be really effective anytime they turn around or really do any kind of visual at all. As far as the show concept itself, since we haven't really seen it yet, it's kind of hard to say. I think that it's just going to be kind of a vague concept. Like, I think there's two ways they could go. Either there is line props on the field and they somehow blur them and, like, it's really specific and kind of cheesy, or it will be kind of vague and like weird. And if it's that, I don't think I'll like it as much, because there are so many shows like that. It's what the Blue Coats have been doing recently, and everyone else is kind of mimicking it, where it's a concept, but it's not really fully explained to you at any point in the show, and it's really more of the idea in your head, and then it's just kind of presented to you, kinda.
The opener musically very shimmery and shiny,
cool.
Lots of cascading waterfall, reverse pyramid kind of thing. I think they're going to make an obvious blurred lines by blurring lines of some kind.
Okay.
I think there's also going to be a deeper meaning to like a second and third level to the show.
Interesting.
Where, think about Glitch, where there were obvious glitches, and then there were second and third level glitches.
Sure.
I don't think BAC is just going to go super servicey with that, but we don't know.
I hope not.
I'm excited to see it. We are going to talk about the Blue Coats. Blue Coats were runner-up, silver medalists last year, grand champions 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They've been at the top of the field for a number of years. Their show is called Gravity and Grace, and we saw it last Saturday night.
Yeah, we did.
What do you think?
It was really, really cool. Of anything on this list so far, it's my favorite, personally. And part of that is the fact that we saw it live, and drum corps is always best experienced in person. So they have always been, at least for as long as I can remember caring, they always reveal their show super late. Like, the day of the premiere, we were in the city where the premiere is in Canton, eating dinner an hour before the show started, and they revealed the show. They're super mysterious about it, and when they revealed it, I was like, this is going to be wicked cool. They did kind of a uniform, kind of an artsy kind of reveal, where it wasn't really telling you what the show was, just the name of it, and then kind of giving you cool visuals of the uniforms. And the uniforms are exactly what we've come to expect from the Blue Coats. Very little blue, very little coats. I'm all for it. It's awesome, super effective.
Yeah, super bright colors. Sid approves of the basic corps proper. Mostly yellow, some teal and some orange in there, green. And the field commander, the drum major uniforms are awesome. They have a
neon green
teal helmet, the old-fashioned helmet with like orange plume down the center. It's very, very Blue Coatsy for the last 2 years. Very similar grooves.
They've got the speaker line.
Yeah, they got eight
speakers.
8 giant line array speakers with subs.
But they make use of those.
And
the spinny speakers too. Those speakers spin.
Real French horns.
Yes.
On some of the props staged. This show is awesome. Blue Coats are always at the top of my favorites list this year. No exception. Definitely. And it's like pretty much a full show.
Yeah, it's pretty much
out there, and
Closer's
really clean for June when we saw it like stupid clean for
insane.
the month of June for the level of difficulty. Let's talk about Santa Clara Vanguard. Their show this year is called With Reckless Abandon. Sort of the exact opposite of Bluecoats are light and ethereal and fun, and they got some Beach Boys. SCV is like in your face,
I'm gonna murder you,
aggressive,
with the brass.
And we've seen it in part on video. 3/4 of the show. We have not seen the closer yet. What are your thoughts on SCV?
I think it's really, really awesome. It reminds me a lot of my favorite show of all time, Babylon, in the fact that it's just super aggressive opener, super aggressive movement too, kind of a slow ballad. There's like a dance break in there that's with a drum break, and they're using jump rope type things. They've got like, they're doing the no props thing again to leave the field really open, which I think is super cool. But they do have like on their uniforms like a chain that they like break throughout the show, and when they break it with the drumline feature, they're like jumping over it like jump ropes and doing a bunch of cool things. It's kind of old school in the way that it's a dance break, but it's really cool, and the whole show is aggressive. From video, they sound incredibly loud and aggressive. They sound mean. Yeah. And also really, really good.
Really clean. The ballad, we've only seen through the ballad, which is a late show ballad. They kind of do almost
late.
3
It's about
segments.
9.5 minutes of show.
The drum break with the dance chain break sort of reminded me of old school Cavaliers, the Fight Club moment. And of course, Michael Gaines was the visual designer for both of these cores. So, all right, he's echoing.
They have one of those in Babylon too.
Yeah, he's echoing himself maybe, but even the way they staged it, they're on
in a square.
The core proper on side 2 in a block with the guard, and the drums on side 1 doing their thing. The drum line
is cooking.
They are bringing the whole core, bringing the heat. Love the show. It's going to be really hard for me by the end of the season. Do I like the Bluecoats better, or do I like Santa Clara Vanguard? Like, the shows are so opposite.
I'll just pick Bluecoats because I like the Bluecoats better.
Sure, home team, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Blue Devils. Their show is called Zay?
Zay.
Zay? Z?
Zay.
Zay?
Is how it's pronounced.
Zay.
According to the Blue Devils, it's pronounced
Zoo?
Zay.
ZEI, anyway, is the name of the show. It's essentially the story of Icarus, or at least based on Icarus. And they've got wings on the field. We've not seen the full show. There's something missing. We've seen the whole show, but there's definitely pieces missing in the middle from what we've seen. It's scoring very high. It's competed twice for scores, and it's up there in the high 70s already, so they're doing pretty well. How do you feel about the Blue Devils this year?
I think the first 2 minutes of the show are really, really cool. I like the first 2 minutes a lot. I like the music selections. I think that they're very good. I think the whole show proper asks a lot of the performers, and they are achieving it. The concept is lacking. The design is lacking for me. You think it tells the story effectively. I do not. I think the beginning and the end of the story are there and nothing in the middle.
Blue Devils traditionally does a lot of development of the show within the season. Oftentimes we see the props at the beginning of the show and it's like PVC frames, or there all of a sudden be an entire section of the show that they sort of divide. So
a lot,
it's going to evolve a lot. Blue Devils always does. The ballad, very Blue Devils-y. Lots of features of stuff.
The whole show is very classic Blue Devils.
The euphonium soloist is insane. I like at the end they put the wings on Icarus and sort of make the whole core and the props sort of come together. I think that's very, very, very cool. I think I think it's very Blue Devils-ish, and I think by the end of the season, once it's in its full form, I think it could be...
It feels very 2013 through 17.
I think Blue Devils could be in my top 20 favorite shows of the year by...
Top 20.
God's Horn Line, Carolina Crown, performing The Doors of Perception.
Could have seen it live. You didn't want to.
It was really hot. I didn't want to go sit in the bleachers for 7 hours.
The same heat I'll be marching in next year, hopefully.
To see a rehearsal. So, Doors of Perception, they're doing some music of The Doors, along with some classical music and some very old classical, some new classical, a very mix of sort of weird things.
Yeah, and it's weird for Crown. They're definitely kind of leaving their Crown box.
Good.
Yeah, it's gotten a little bit stale the last couple of years. It feels like their designs have not been quite up to the level of performers that they have. And this year, it's different. I want to see how it ends. I want to see what the ending of the show is. I like the idea. They've got all these doors on the field, and they open them and after the movement 1, and then it just gets super weird for a movement, and then they kind of close them, and it's a super pretty ballad, and then I don't know what happens after that because we haven't really seen it. And I think the music is great. I think the brass is great. I think the drumline writing is cool. I think the guard work is pretty cool. I think the props are cool. I like this show better at this point in the season than I have liked their last 3 shows at this point in the season.
For sure. I think when you listen, at least on video, and we're listening to cell phone videos from a rehearsal, the brass has some work to do. The book is insanely difficult.
It's very difficult, yes.
And they're kind of dirty at times. They are not achieving yet.
But it's crown brass. I wouldn't get too concerned. I wouldn't be worried.
No, they'll be okay. It's only June.
Yeah.
From the rehearsals videos that we've seen. Our last core, because we're talking about the top 6 from last year, is Phantom Regiment performing Blood Lines. So we got Blurred Lines and we've got Blood Lines.
Yes. Lots
of lines in this year. So Blood Lines, we've seen it on video a couple of times. Very red uniforms. A lot of red in the top 6.
Yeah, there is.
BAC has some red.
A little bit of red.
Santa Clara's got like red. They got like the Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it looks like a Thriller jacket.
Looks like the Thriller jackets. And Phantom is in red, which is non-traditional for Phantom. The core proper, usually in black or white, or a combination of the two. So it's Bloodline. It appears to be kind of a historical view of Phantom. It's bloodlines from a like we're all in the same family sort of idea.
Yeah, I like this show. Mm-hmm. I think they wrote it with a lot of room as like the design, especially brass wise and visually, is very like we've kind of been stuck in 5th through 7th for a few years, and we don't want to be stuck there anymore. But the last couple of years, the show didn't have enough room to get higher than that. This show has a ceiling higher than any of their last couple shows. Right now, they're not achieving to the ceiling. They're not there. The brass isn't that clean. The visual scores are getting ripped, even though I actually don't think it's that bad, but they got smoked the other night in visual. Their GE isn't very high, which I also think is kind of incorrect, but I'm not a DCI judge, so it is what it is. But like the ceiling that they're giving them and the roof for the performers and the potential of the show is insanely high, but they have to find a way to reach that somehow because they're not there right now. And if they're not, then it might end up like that's the gamble you take, is that if you don't reach that ceiling, then you end up maybe worse off than you were with the lower ceiling.
For sure. Yeah, we said in our preview podcast before we knew almost any of these shows that Phantom has been in that 5-6 slot, and they needed to, hopefully
I'll put them in my top 3.
Hopefully stepping forward in this year, but they have some work to do. You write harder shows hoping you have the talent you don't always know, and we'll see how
I think the talent is there. I believe that they can achieve it. It's not
there are definitely
insanely hard.
From the ballad to the end of the show, definitely some very emotional, heartfelt Phantom moments.
There is a very
ballad,
clear
they have this spot where they all kind of end up on a line, and they're on the bloodline.
It's a Radiohead song.
And it's
so
like,
good.
exit music for a film, right?
Exit music for a film.
Just, the hit is amazing, and then sort of from there to the end of the show, very classic Phantom sounds, classic Phantom music.
Very much.
Excited to see that show. So, favorites of the top 6 so far. Of course, really only top 5. We haven't seen Blurred Lines yet. I'm going with my favorite is with Reckless Abandon.
Okay.
Number 2, Gravity and Grace.
Got it.
And I'm putting Bloodlines 3rd for my top 3 favorites. That's not a medalist prediction. That's a favorite. What do you think? Top 3?
My favorite is Gravity and Grace.
Shocking.
It's just, I don't know, it's just really good. SCV is next with Reckless Abandon. I like that a lot. I think that if the closer is really cool, it could maybe end up even higher on my list than Gravity and Grace. And then I'll go Doors of Perception. I think I like it better than Phantom Shell. I like that Kron's escaping their box.
Yeah.
I think I could end up really, really loving that show by the end of the year.
Harrison, thanks for joining us
Of
today.
course.
We're going to wrap it up. We'll see you next time for more reflections and rantings on Cymbals and Cynicism.